Hello everybody, this is TV1 and I'm back, and now it's time for another WWE NXT review. This time the 8th of January 2014. We are back. I know it's only a few days after my last NXT review, but of course it's already been next week, and I just had that one up so late, so it's time to get to this one. Make sure you like this video, subscribe, of course, that's most importantly, comment below, very important, share, favorite, do all of those things, and yeah. So I'm just going to go in and let's talk about NXT for the week for this one. So we'll get into it right now. NXT began in, well, full scale anniversary as always does. We go in, bang, giant packed start. Here we are, Sami Zayn music comes on. He comes out here, the crowd are with him. Ole, 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 ole. Of course they are. He makes his little speech there. Adrian Neville comes out. You know, Sami Zayn agrees with him. Yeah, he tells him, yeah, you're getting your rematch next week. Of course, William Regal comes out and agrees it. These people are just sort of thanking each other. It's nice to see them all. Like, it's all a big happy family. And, well, what do we do now? We get into, well, yeah. So next week we set up that match. Start off NXT on Wednesday nights with a bang, as we see these two men clash in what will be a pretty exciting match. We've seen it before, but this time it's the title is back on the line, and it's going to be pretty exciting. Okay, so after this we see the likes of, who do we see? We don't see a Divas match, do we? Yeah, we see the likes of Hideo Itami from the tag team of Hideo Itami and Finn Balor. He came in months back, and you know his real goal was going for the World Championship. Here he is going with Curtis Axel. Curtis Axel, this newcomer heel guy I talked about him last week. I mean, he's made his way back in. If you don't know about him, he's sort of been fighting on like Superstars NXT a few years ago, and he made his way up to the main roster. Sort of flumped in a tag team with Ryab Axel. That's sort of the way he was brought up. He won the Intercontinental Championship once. He first went on the ring name Michael McGillicuddy. He was brought in as Curtis Axel, give him a little more credibility as actually being the son of Mr. Perfect in real life, and that didn't go too well. Although pretty amazing in the ring, he kept the sort of same character he had in the normal WWE main roster and brought down here to NXT and to see if it worked in the smaller crowds. Of course, the crowd is going to be a little more compliant, as you only have to deal with 500 people. So yeah, you know, it's a clear face heel match here, and we all know who we're going for, Hideo Itami. So he does get the right response. He does shout a bit, yeah, which works his way. He definitely looks like quite a heelish character, reminding me of the old Roddy Piper or Mr. Perfect as a heel. Definitely, those guys do have a good you can get a good resemblance to him, and he works well with his heel's character. You can see he's comfortable in the character, and he fights in this match with some cool touches as being sort of heelish. Some heelish moves like the knee onto the face of Hideo Itami, and yeah, he's a lot bigger than Hideo Itami, and he was big. He had the advantage here in the body. He's bigger. Anyway, so he's lugging Hideo Itami around. Anyway, Hideo Itami uses the ropes to his the corner to his advantage a lot, and Curtis Axel doesn't seem to be experienced enough to tackle that anyway. So all the crowd's on his side. Hideo Itami got the crowd advantage there basically, and he wins the match. The way he does it is he gets a kick, and it's all over. Is that it? Yeah, so Hideo Itami wins. Not really much of a surprise there, of course. No, I thought William Regal might come out. He didn't. But anyway, you gotta like it. They're such a nice one for Hideo Itami making his sort of debut in the singles competition there, and what a way to do it, but to win his first match against Curtis Axel. All the best for him in the future. And I said for Curtis Axel I was gonna say that, but again, you're going up against Hideo Itami. This guy, he's got all the points of a champion, and it sets him up greatly for his next match. of course, that finisher is great, and he definitely should use it in the future. And it finishes really quickly, and it works well for his style, and he was comfortable in those moves, and it didn't look like any of these guys were struggling with any moves. So yeah, and there's one good moment in this match I can remember where Hideo Itami goes from a move into Curtis Axel, attempts the perfect plex but gets reversed. So it was like a double reverse there, and that would just show two skilled wrestlers in the ring. And then after we got this, we got some ads and we went into a little promo. We see Natalia with backstage with our interviewer Barry Saxon, and of course Tyson Kidd. He asked to interview Tyson Kidd, who was sort of busy, and then she's like, "Oh, I'm preparing for my match, and how's it? Total Divas going on?" A little bit better there. And of course, Tyson Kidd is preparing for his match next week, where he will be facing Finn Balor on an Wednesday starter for NXT, first ever Wednesday on NXT on Wednesday, turning next week. So excited for that one. Of course, it's going to start off with a bang with this one. Finn Balor and Tyson Kidd. My bets on this match would definitely go in favour of Finn Balor. So Finn Balor would win this one, no doubt about it. You know, as Tyson Kidd is just going off too much of a heel, and I don't think that the WWE is going to push him too far just yet on the NXT show, since he is making a mainstay of himself on WWE main eventing TV. I think that's one of the reasons why they wouldn't just push him so heavily on NXT. He's here to support people on NXT and not to destroy them or to put them down, anything like that. So I think he's going to build up people more by letting them have the win. And so Tyson Kidd is probably going to lose this match next week. And so there's be a lot of losses on a streak, but I think that's how it's going to go. Comment below if you disagree or anything like that. That's how I think it's going to go. Is there any other matches announced for next week? Oh yeah, I'll talk about the Sami Zayn Adrian Neville match at the end of this review. Okay, so we see another promo for Royal Rumble and stuff like that. SmackDown. Well, what was the other promo? Anyway, we get into this one. The Divas match here. Becky Lynch accompanying the likes of Sasha Banks, who's going to the ring here, the perfect heel. And I quite liking the character at the moment. She's definitely someone I got used to. I think she was ever a really annoying person, unlike sort of Eva Marie. She's like a really good wrestler, and you gotta respect her in that way. Anyway, she's taking on Alexa Bliss. I haven't seen her in a while now. Alexa Bliss, pretty nice looking girl. But anyway, Alexa Bliss goes on, and yeah, we get into this match. It's Alexa Bliss. What can I say? It was quite short enough. Sasha Banks doing a really ugly looking. She gets Alexa Bliss, reverses her onto the corner, and two knees her on the chest, winding her. That was such a painful looking move there. Anyway, she finishes off with a bank statement about a few seconds, or about half a minute after that. She gets into the bank statement and she keeps it on after Alexa Bliss taps out in typical heel fashion. She keeps it on there for a few seconds. A really painful looking move there. Bending back Alexa Bliss's back into the wrong sort of place. Anyway, Sasha Banks there alongside Becky Lynch. No comment about this. Didn't contribute to any stories to any degree as I think it. More of a filler Divas match in there. We saw a little bit of Charlotte saying that she was excited to go over to Wednesdays, but she wasn't talking about any story on a little promo trailer thing for the, a lot of promotional stuff for Wednesdays with NXT. Wasn't really doing any stories. Charlotte as a women's champion, but can't say anything else about that. Obviously, I said last week Becky Lynch taking on Charlotte could be a possibility. I mean, that's it. In the next week we could have a match sort of like that. Charlotte probably competing next week against some other diva. So who will it be? Becky Lynch. That's my top draw for that. Or, well, you see, I just really can't think of anybody else who's that top girl. Does Emma still compete in this one? I don't think so. I think she's still on the main roster, or the likes of Natalia. Natalia is with Charlotte, of course. So Natalia will probably be accompanying Charlotte next week. Imagine the team of Charlotte Natalia and Charlotte, and then like Tyson Kidd is also with them. So yeah, does this bring us up to our next match? Yes, correct is correct. So here we go and get into this one, which is the likes of Chad Deagle or something. Anyway, he's an Olympic type wrestler. He takes on Tyler Breeze in this one, and yeah, so he reminds me of a lot of Kurt Angle as we get into this one. He's pretty impressive in the ring. Oh my god, when I watched this guy, it was just pure strength and physicality, and the way he maneuvers in that ring. He manipulates the Tyler Breeze. It's like he uses him like a piece of plastic, just twisting, shaping, and throwing around the ring. Tyler Breeze, of course, getting in a few jump punches there, and like he is the sort of character. I mean, the crowd definitely were split in this one. Tyler Breeze chants, and also fixated and drawn with the Chad Deagle chants as well. So, you know, it was split in this one. Tyler Breeze doesn't get his share of criticism, but also fans that stay strong by his side. So Chad Deagle ends up coming out on the Raw and the stick, hits by a beauty kick from Tyler Breeze. Tyler Breeze wins, but again, you gotta commend the likes of Chad Deagle for what he did for NXT there. You know, he's not one of those guys that just picked off the street because he looked cool or he was in Olympic wrestling. It's because he's been training for so long. You can hear within commentators talk that he's been training for so long in the Performance Center, and day in, day out, you know, a guy that they knew was a good worker and definitely worked well in this one. Shut off lots of good moves here, and worked up and gave a bit of commendability to Tyler Breeze, and not just some local competitor that they have in Raw against the Ascension. I mean, you know, someone that they gave backstory to, and actually a real backstory. So, you know, they should do that more with other people. But anyway, yeah, made Tyler Breeze look strong to get a win like this, and not just having him against some random person, or having a new type of match with some new person who you're also bringing up. And even if I hope he comes back and does another match or something like that, or keeps going on the NXT, because, you know, he could definitely add a new dynamic to the show. Okay, so anyway, there's a little curtain guy in the background. I don't know what that was all about. You can watch NXT. I zoomed in at the end of the trailer, of the end of replay, and saw this little thing. I don't know if that's the only thing, but anyway, Tyler Breeze wins that one. Tyler Breeze moving forward in a sort of same gimmick type guy. I mean, he came back, and did he fight 3 weeks ago? I don't think he fought at Revolution. But anyway, Tyler Breeze getting a shot here in NXT. So now the main event is the next one up. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, main event. Here it is, and now is what you've all been waiting for. So let's get into it. It is the rematch of the Tag Team Championship. We had a match at Revolution, exactly the same as this one. It is the Lucha Dragons as the NXT Tag Team Champions taking on the Vaudevillains. We thought at Revolution, but here we are with the rematch. I mean, I wasn't too excited by this one. But anyway, William Regal confirmed this one last week, and here we are and getting it. The Vaudevillains staying in their heelish sort of character, or whatever you want to say about them. Obviously, the Lucha Dragons is the clear faces in this one. Let's go in and talk about this one. Okay, so the Vaudevillains versus the Lucha Dragons. My main things, let's talk about in this one. The Vaudevillains keeping up a really good way of doing this character and keeping it good and entertaining. I mean, the way that they perform as these old-time wrestlers, they definitely show it in the ring work, which is doing really well, especially Aiden English. And even Sound Gotch playing that really good strongman. Aiden English as a sort of clever man. And Aiden English definitely really, really impressive with some of the stuff he does. He grapples, he holds, he works like Luthez from the past. The commentators point this out. Corey Graves on the commentators as well, commentator team. And Albert. Yeah, so Aiden English, Simon Gotch as the Vaudevillains work really well. You know, as these strong men, and they keep the character interesting, as I just said. And you know, they've been given this by WWE, so they're doing well with it. And not much else to say on that one. The Lucha Dragons as the sort of Lucha Mexican wrestler type. And this is what the WWE have always done. They've had these happy-go-lucky guys as the champions, and it's happy to see them here. WWE have always kept the long line lineage of these sort of Mexican wrestlers, and it's been a sort of tradition in WWE to keep these going on. For the past 20 years, there's been a lot of good Mexican wrestlers, and a few of the Cuban and that other place that I can't think of at the moment. Cuban and Jamaican, no, Cuban. Anyway, so they definitely have a strong lineage of this type of wrestler. Puerto Rican, sorry, that's what I was meant to say. Puerto Rico. It's been kept on for quite a while, and the Lucha Dragons are no exception to the rule here as champions. They've been here for 4 months. There's definitely no laying down in their championship reign. They've been so strong so far, and I think there's just no laying down. Kalisto and Sin Cara are good as each other. Sin Cara gets to do something good for once. I mean, something that's pretty exciting on his behalf. He gets to clear out his own name, does what he did in the past. He's been such a good training for this type of thing, and here we are, the Lucha Dragons win this match. A great finish for it, though. They do that really memorable tag team maneuver. First off, Kalisto tags to Sin Cara. Sin Cara goes to this power top bomb move and tags to Kalisto. Kalisto goes in the back of Aiden English, pins him 1, 2, 3. It's all over. Really cool finish. You gotta really see it to believe it. And even the commentators agreed that you have to sort of rewatch this one to get what you just totally saw. Very innovative move there, and a lot of stuff that's happened in this match. It's been quite contrast between the two different teams. The juxtaposition between the hard old man and the Mexican high flying team of Kalisto and Sin Cara, the Lucha Dragons, and the current reigning NXT Tag Team Champions. Happy to say that. And there we go, we finish off NXT. It's all over there. And it moved really, really, really fast, guys. This NXT went so fast. And next week it'll be on Wednesday. It'll be a day earlier. And as I said in my podcast yesterday, if you check that out, or my last NXT, I think I might have said it, NXT moving to Wednesdays, but I'll still be doing these on Fridays as I usually do, uploading them late on Fridays. Or I think I might get it uploaded a bit earlier. Sorry, this one is really late upload, or even probably at the time you check this out. Or if you're American, you might check it out on Friday. If you're European or something, you might check it out on Monday. On Saturday. But so yeah, some great stuff there. Let's go talk over to the other bit at the start of the show. It was Sami Zayn, Adrian Neville. Sorry, who's gonna win this match for the NXT Championship rematch, guys, next week? Such a big match to see who's gonna win it, guys. It's obviously there up in the air. Obviously, I think, as Sami Zayn mentioned, Kevin Owens probably gonna make his way back in. He wanted the NXT Championship. He's probably gonna make some interruption. It's gonna be disqualification. So Adrian English, Sami Zayn. If that's the way, it's sort of obvious way it's gonna go. It's gonna be disqualification between Adrian English and Sami Zayn. But there's a lot of different ways they can go with the storyline. So if they want to go the obvious route, which I don't think they probably will do, because I've spoken it out, please don't want to do what I say. If they do it, it might be one of the routes they take, though. So it might just be Sami Zayn on top at the end, trying to win with his signature move, and then Kevin Owens, or he gets so close to keeping the title, or something goes on, Kevin Owens interrupts into disqualification. It's count out, they both get knocked out or something. Maybe Kevin Owens attacks the two of them, and it's all over. And so it's the way to finish off that match. Could be one of those. Could be a very memorable end or something like that, and something that I really want to get off my chest and say if I like this or I didn't like this. Anyway, of the way it could go like that. Of course, SmackDown is another trailer we saw, and that is moving to Thursdays. And Daniel Bryan had this big trailer on NXT that he was making his way back after nearly a year. I mean, it's not nearly been a year. It's been like 9 months or something, 10 months. But here we are. Daniel Bryan is back, and he's going to be competing on SmackDown for his first match. And that is pretty cool to see SmackDown debuting on Thursdays. And they're getting a good high-profile match in SmackDown. Hopefully this will be a thing to see in the future. Maybe some more high-profile matches on SmackDown, as SmackDown being taken seriously for once. And please lower down the time of Raw to 2.5 hours, and just 2 hours would be maximum time. Like a good time for Raw. I think they can get a lot in there, and just cut down on what goofy stuff you have. 2.5 hours is probably what they should do right now at the moment, but that's actually the time. Like half an hour of that is ads, so I guess it is 2.5 hours at the moment. But 2 hours would be a great time to have for the whole of Raw. And SmackDown, you can stay at 90 minutes, but yeah, SmackDown's alright, I guess. I mean, I'm happy to see this main event match on SmackDown and not on Raw, because we need to see something cool on SmackDown, as the first time is on Thursdays. But anyway, I'm just getting off topic. That's all to do with that stuff, you know. And anytime I want to talk about new videos, I'm just going to keep it. I'm not going to talk about it at the end of these videos. I'm going to talk about it on my podcast or something like that. Or if I want to make an announcement, I'll make it on the other one. If I'm getting the network, I'll talk about that soon. But, you know, if you don't already know, it's coming out on the 19th of January in UK and Ireland. They make a big mention on the WWE website. So, you know, if you're in UK and Ireland, you probably hear about this. But anyway, that's coming, and I probably will be getting it soon. So there'll be a lot more reviews coming soon if I think of that. And now back over to NXT. Is there anything else I want to talk about? Not really. So guys, that's been it for NXT. A pretty decent show. A lot of new talent on the show, and it keeps it up new and exciting. And some old favourites that pulled their weight around and worked well with the old talent. So obviously we saw the appearance of Sami Zayn back. Happy to see him back, and he's definitely strong as ever and as feisty as ever. Thank you guys, it's been too much fun, and this one is a great NXT for all the family to enjoy. One of the best of the year. I mean, the year has only started, but it's actually a great way to get into the year and to see what the future could hold for such people we've known for over the past few months. Make sure you subscribe, like, favorite, comment below, do everything you can. This has been me, TV Hub 1, and TV Hub Official 1. See you next time. Enjoy.